Hello guys, I'm Nick and welcome to this new video. In today's video I thought that we would do something different than usual, and basically I wanted to take a look at my old items that I sold or traded away that are logged onto CSGO Exchange. Now you might be asking yourself, what is a CSGO Exchange? Well, it used to be one of the top websites. Actually, I think it was the only website that kept an item database. It kept a calculator for trade-ups. It gave you a value of your items, and also it kept track of the items as they got traded. So we can go ahead, go back to April 14th, 2016. That's when I probably first logged onto CSGO Exchange, to go ahead and check actually what I had in my inventory, what was worth, and we're gonna be taking a stroll down memory lane. We're gonna be checking some items that I had, and we're gonna be seeing where they ended up. So let's get started. The first logged day was again April 14th, 2016. Now I started playing CS in late 2014, but I never cared for around a year about skins. I got into skins in early 2016, I think, when Mexkillet started posting videos, and I started buying my first skins, and then I found out about CSGO Exchange, so I logged in, and I guess it grabbed my inventory. Now, there's nothing much to speak of. I had just a couple of skins for the main weapons that I used to use, and just a stack track battle-scarred Glock bouncer burner. Nothing much to talk about, so let's go ahead and check the other days. On June 13th, actually, I started getting a lot into red skins as far as I can see. So I had an AK Jaguar Super Battle-Scarred 0.96, and actually I'm a Battle-Scarred AK aficionado because AK Jaguar aficionado, because I really like how there's just a tiger and then it looks like the default AK, so I really loved it, and you'll see it many times popping up in my inventory. Not this exact AK, but I had a lot of times a Battle-Scarred AK. Then I also had a field-tested blue laminate, and I guess that these stickers here, I used them to craft actually on the blue laminate. I had a black laminate with a couple of Katowice 2015 stickers that I crafted myself, and also a red laminate with some crafts, a dark water, and a red M4, the Cyrex. Now, on July 31st, actually, I started getting into what I think are my current taste of skins. So I had a USP kill confirmed in Battle-Scarred, a decent Battle-Scarred but still Battle-Scarred, an AK fuel injector in Battle-Scarred with a nice splice holo sticker, and also a golden coil in Battle-Scarred. Still, as you can see, no knives and no gloves. Then on August 14th, I got my first M4 A1S Chanticos Fire, and actually this one I didn't buy it. It was actually gifted to me by a dear friend of mine. His nickname was Sprint. I ended up selling it a few years later because I was needing some cash to get a decent monitor. But as of today, I still have an M4 Chanticos Fire with a 3x craft of G2 holos from MLG 2016 to celebrate the original M4 that Sprint gifted me. So Sprint, if you're seeing this video, thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciated it back then, and I appreciate it also now. Moving on to August 20th, we have my first knife. It used to be a falchion knife Crimson Web in field tested. Not the best float, but still a decent float. I remember it was quite a clean knife. And also you might have noticed there's here an op boom with a decent crown foil. Now again, the op boom back then, it didn't used to be that expensive. It was, I think, 20 euros, and the crown foil, again, it wasn't as expensive it was now, but it was still a nice sticker to get. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we can go on the item showcase, and it says here that the item is no longer in the inventory, but I think that I click here and I go on the dude's Steam inventory. Hopefully he still has it, and yeah, I think he does. That's not a name tag that I've put there, but if we take a look at the boom itself, I don't actually think that the sticker was in the best placement, and again, this was a really bad float as well. So if we inspect it in game, yeah, you'll actually see that the crown foil is totally in the back, worst position ever, but having a crown foil back then meant so much for me. That's actually pretty funny. That someone has it now and cherishes and uses it now. Hopefully they didn't overpay too much for it, because I think I paid like €5 over market for it. This was a time where you could pay €5 over market for something like this. Moving on to September 8th, 2016, you can see that I changed a couple of things in the inventory. I got back to the golden coil, and I actually got a flip knife slaughter in minimal wear. An AKK Zarden. Don't worry guys, this wasn't a decent pattern at all, it was like a fully gold. And then I guess that I felt a little bit frisky, and I had an MLG holo, Optic Gaming, Face Clan, and the Drug War symbol on a P250 Sand Dune. And I think actually if we go on the showcase, we can see who I traded it to. And this person is actually, as you can see from the Steam profile, it's actually Hikes, which is Anomaly's friend. So yeah, it's pretty funny how items end up in like totally random people's inventory sometimes, and sometimes they go up to Anomaly's friends. Now I don't think he still has it. Let's see, maybe it's this one. No, it's not this. Yeah, he doesn't have it, but way back then I actually sold it to him, which is it's pretty funny. Moving on a little forward in time, we get to December 17th, 2016, where I pretty much traded everything I had for this beautiful Op Lightning Strike factory new, and I actually myself applied the Titan Katowice 2015 sticker on the scope. It was my favorite op, it still is my favorite op, but the pricing of the Lightning Strike has made it pretty much impossible for me to justify buying one. And yeah, let's see if I can still track it down and see where it was. So all the clues point to this person's here inventory, but I've looked for it, and he doesn't have an op Lightning Strike, so he probably traded it away to a private person collection. I'm also using this tool, it's called float.db, and it's the current most updated tool for CSGO skins. I've tried looking for it, searching by the float, but unfortunately I cannot find any kind of results. So I'll just inspect one and show you how it looked like. And here it is, how it looked in game. This used to be my pride and joy, and it still looks fantastic. And the more I look at it in game, the more I want to buy one, so let's move on before I go on buff. And again, we move on a little bit further on. I'd sold the Lightning Strike away, and you can see I had an AK Vulcan in field tested 0.18, so a decent float but nothing fancy, and a minimal wear M4A1S Guardian with a Titan Katowice 2014. This was my first high tier sticker in a decent place, and I hope that I can show you the item, because I think that this owner might still have it in his inventory. So let's just go ahead and check his Steam inventory, and yeah, this is it. Oh my god, anime women everywhere, oh lord. If we go ahead and check it, minimal wear, Guardian, not scraped, and this is how it looked like. Yeah, this used to be my M4, and again, back then, I didn't pay that much over a market for this kind of craft. It looked amazing in game, I remember, it looked really fantastic, but I wanted to get rid of it after a while because I didn't like the blue M4 in general, and now I kinda miss it. Do you know why? Because I probably traded this away back then for 10 keys? Something stupid like that, and this is now worth a lot more money. Like, actually, let me go ahead and check how much one is worth now. So right now I see that they are going for around €100, and I sold mine back then for 25. Then the other skin that I had was this Op Electric Hive 0.16, again another Op that you had to have back then because there were just so little skins that you could buy for an Op that looked decent. This was a 0.16 with a normal nip in the back and a skull foil. I just want to see if someone still has it, but I don't think it's in this person's inventory. Oh, it ended up in a trade bot probably, because the NIP sticker, I think it was in a bad place. Yeah, they don't have it anymore, but you're missing nothing. The Ninjas in Pyjamas was way back. Okay, in January, I actually decided to go crazy, and yeah, you're seeing it correctly. I bought this op here. It was a field-tested op Safari mesh, and with an iBuyPower non-holo Katowice 2014 on the scope, and it was like a normal float for a field-tested, nothing fancy. And actually, I tried contacting the owner of this one here because I really want to buy it back from him, because it's just such a piece of history. I've had it for so many years in my inventory, and then I guess I traded it to some friends. But if we go ahead and take a look at it, was actually the name tag that I applied. I called it the waste of money #1, and it looked absolutely fantastic. You can see like the op was half scuffed. These stickers I didn't actually apply them, but this used to be a lot. This was amazing to look at, and like the reactions that you would get out of people, it was just priceless. I don't want to know right now one of these how much it goes for, but I offered this person here to add me, because I honestly I want to buy it back. Now we're in February 2017, and a super cool item that I had was this one. The op Redline field tested with a holding down sticker. I don't think this was scratched, and I think this was on the center position. I cannot seem to be able to find it anymore, but I remember it used to be a fantastic looking op, and if I'm able to find one, I'll just put it on the screen. Okay, this looks to be it. It's the float should be the same as in here. Yeah, 707. So the float is the same. They actually scraped the sticker, and I think they also scraped the holding down sticker. I don't show up in the item history after it ended up in a CS Money bot, but we can go ahead and inspect it in game and see that, yeah, it looks fantastic. This craft, it's really common, and if you want a good looking op, I'm not gonna say for cheap, but for kinda cheap, this is definitely an option. Again, here there's an AK Jaguar with a crown foil. If I'm not mistaken, the crown foil used to be in the back. Here it is, in well worn into some American person's inventory, and this is how it looked like. Now I had a couple more stickers, but still the crown in the back while you use the AK looked fantastic, in my opinion. And again, I added to my crown foil collection with this op Safari mesh. Again, field tested. This one used to be a bit of worse of a field tested condition, but if we go ahead and look at the showcase, it had a crown foil right in the middle, and this person still has it in their inventory. So hopefully their inventory is actually not private. Let's go ahead and see. So it looks like they have it. Let's look for crown. And yeah, here it is. And this is how it looked in game. It had just a little crown there, but it wasn't on the scope. But then again, I paid literally nothing in overpay for an item like this, which honestly turns head, and having this equipped, for example, on the city side and on the T side, the iBuyPower one, it used to be so fun to get the reaction out of people. If you have the chance to snipe an item like this, so a really shitty skin with a high tier sticker for cheap, obviously, I think you should do it. It actually is really funny to see people's reaction in game. So, as you can see, this is March 30th, and there's actually nothing of interest logged in the inventory. I had this USP kill confirmed, in field tested, not even a decent float, my usual Glock Candy Apple, and nothing much. But if we go to April 6th, which is the next time that the server logged me, you'll see that in the center of the screen, there should be... Yes, here it is, a cut knife Brightwater. Now, why is this a special knife for me? Or why is this special? Well, this is the first and only knife that I've ever unboxed. It was actually opened on the night of April 1st, and I remember it was like midnight or something of April 1st. and I called up my best friend. We had been opening cases for the entire day, basically, because we were, we were just trying to get a knife or get something decent on my account. And he was at a party, and I started telling him, dude, I just unboxed the knife. I just unboxed the knife. And obviously, he saw the date. He thought it was April 1st, and he thought I was fucking with him. He thought I was joking. And no, I actually had unboxed the knife. Now that I think about it, from this case that I opened it, you could get a karambit lore, which would be way more expensive. I kind of got shafted, like this is a low tier knife, but still I was pretty happy with it, my first knife. And I'll actually put a picture on screen of my trades so you can see that actually I had opened the case and from the case and the key there was the knife. Okay, we moved to July 09, 2017, and here's two big ticket items. Let's start with the first one. This was my first AK fuel injector with a 4x sticker craft, and these are FaZe Clan Holo Atlanta 2017, and I actually bought it, I think, for 30 keys. And I'm gonna put the conversion down here of how much actually 30 keys used to be in euros from a friend of mine, Italian friend of mine. This is, as of today, my favorite AK. So I ended up selling it because I completely stopped playing CSGO for around a year in between 2018 and 2019. So I actually ended up selling it, but recently, you can see here, and when I say recently, I mean 2 years ago, I actually managed to buy it back now. As you can see, this is a 0.28 craft, and the one that I had back then is a 0.19 craft. I ended up, again, through the beautiful tool that we humans call float.db, managed to track it down. So as you can see, there's only 10 of them in the world, and the 0.1991, it's owned by a Russian person. They bought it like around 100 days ago, and here's how it looks. Obviously the stickers are unscraped, and this is my favorite AK. I've had it for the longest time, except obviously for that year that I didn't play CS and I needed to sell it. But yeah, this is my favorite AK. This is when I got it from my friend and I completely fell in love with it. And then the second big item from this day was this Op Boom in Field Tested. As you can see, it has an LDLC Holo and also a Nipnon Holo. We don't care about the Nipnon Holo. The LDLC Holo. The LDLC wasn't on the scope, it was on the body. So I actually thought that this person actually had it, and you can see that the LDLC sticker is a bit scraped, but still, that's like a 20,000 euro sticker, I think. So yeah, here it is, it's in this person's inventory. If you can go ahead and show it, wow, it looks fantastic after all these years. Obviously, the worst sticker is on the scope, we'll just ignore that. The op is a bit scuffed here in the front, but I remember applying the MLG Columbus sticker because I knew it would fit the gun, and just look at that LDLC sticker. It looks fantastic, and I've actually put it on my top stickers in my Katowice 2014 stickers rating, which, if you haven't seen, it's linked up in the video description, and it's also at the end of this video. Click on it, go watch it, it's a fantastic video. Just for the fun of it, I've actually just found the exact op on sale on Buff for 230 euros. This was my op. This is it. You can see that the LDLC sticker is 91%, and it has all the other stickers. So, considering I paid for this like 35 euros probably on the Steam market, and now it's for 230, I mean, wow. Just wow. And actually on October 24th, 2017, you can see my first pair of gloves. They used to be hand-wrapped Slaughter in Battle Scarred. I still had all my decent skins, and I also bought that day the M9 Bayonet Damascus Steel. I think it was field tested. Yeah, it was field tested. It all tied in pretty well together, and as a testament, it's not the same pair, but I still have right now hand-wrapped Slaughters, because I just think that these are really decent gloves for the price, honestly. Back then, they used to be like 110 20 euros. Right now you can find them for 120. The price of these hasn't really gone up or down that much. And again, on November 22nd, I actually changed up a little bit the theme. I got the hand wraps leather in field tested. Again, a really nice pair of gloves. A Karambit Ultraviolet, I don't remember the float of this, knowing my, it was like a 0.20. And an Op Lightning Strike, again, factory new, and I actually called it, taste my cock, with the unicorn's holo. Let me just see if I can go ahead and find it, just to show it to you. I just want to see whose hand it's in now. So I don't seem to be able to find it in the database, so I'll just get one of these and show it to you in game. It used to be just a fun craft. The stickers, the unicorns, were like 2 euros each. They were nothing. And obviously the Lightning Strike, my favorite op, again in game. We go now to December 14th, 2017. I changed up my gloves a little bit. I had an MP9 Hot Rod with some ROPS stickers. And actually had the op Onitaji, which I remember costing me like around 60-70 euros. And I just, out of curiosity, was checking buff right now for how much actually I would pay for one of these now. And I still had my op Boom, which again, I kept it for a long time, same with my AK and obviously the Chanticus Fire. And nowadays, an op Onitaji would run you 342 euros. 342 euros. From 2017 to 2023, which is when I'm recording this video. The price tripled, even more. This is insane. But I'd like to jump out to December 24th, 2017, and this is the height, the peak of my inventory, because I had, and I remember trading for this, a Karambit Tiger Tooth factory new. This was the pinnacle of my inventory with the Op Graphite, a nice M4 Hellfire, a nice red AK, a couple more red skins, really, really cool looking. But then if we jump to December 28th, you'll see that my inventory has completely changed. Well, what happened between the 24th and the 28th? What happened was that I tried gambling, and I gambled this Karambit Tiger Tooth. At the time it was worth around 360-ish euros on, I remember it was Mexskillet's website, the one that was like the crash, and I remember going all in, I think, with the Karambit Tiger Tooth. It was Christmas Day, it was the afternoon, and I lost it all. And when I say I lost it all, I mean I lost it all. And all of that because I wanted to upgrade to a Karambit Fade. So I went from having a decent inventory, let's say it was worth around 600 euros, maybe a little bit less, let's say 500 euros, until December 28th, where I literally just had 40 euros for the Op Graphite. And I lost it all. So there's your lessons for you, kids. Don't gamble. Do not gamble. And as you can see, between December 28th and it was 2017 and November 8th, 2018, that's almost a year, I basically didn't touch the game. I didn't trade, I didn't buy skins because I needed to keep distance between myself and the gambling world. I wasn't really addicted to gambling, honestly, but I felt like I could fall again into temptation, into gambling my stuff away. So I just decided to take a step back, improve on myself, and now I wouldn't even go near a gambling site or casinos or stuff like that. It took me that one really hard slap in my face, and yeah, I stopped. As you can see, I kept my distance from CSGO for quite a while, because we go from 2018 to March 2021, where I had this, of course I went back to what I know best, which is the battle scarred AK Jaguar high float, which I think looked really nice. And then I started, purchasing a little bit more skin. And on March 27th, as I promised you guys earlier, I actually bought back the fuel injector. And, from March 27th onwards, I actually have a video prepared for my old CSGO inventory showcase. I'll give you a little peek of what I had back then. Let me close so you don't see. I have everything already recorded. I just need to do a voiceover and edit it. But yeah, this was the journey of my inventory, how I lost it all in the end, which is kind of sad. Don't gamble, kids, don't gamble. Stay away from gambling. It's bad, you'll lose everything. Listen to me, I've lost literally everything with proof, as you saw. But yeah, this was the history of the skins. Now I will go cry thinking about that LDLC holo that was scraped on the op and that I probably sold for like 25 euros. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a great evening wherever you are. And remember, good luck and have fun.